Princess Anne, renowned for her unwavering commitment to royal duties and adherence to strict protocols, is regarded as a distinguished member of the British royal family. She has collaborated with numerous organizations and engaged with various prominent figures, including political leaders, cultural icons, and intellectuals, amassing a wealth of experience in diplomacy and relationship building. Nonetheless, within the royal family, there exist individuals who have garnered unfavorable public opinions, making it uncomfortable for Princess Anne to associate with them. Our video will introduce you to a list of these individuals who have been perceived negatively in their interactions with Princess Anne. Let us commence our exploration of these challenging dynamics. Meghan Markle. The polarizing nature of Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex within the British royal family, and her relationship with Princess Anne, sheds light on the intricacies and complexities of royal dynamics. Body language experts have analyzed Markle's interactions with various members of the royal family, noting that Anne's response to her appeared distant. However, it is essential to consider that Anne was known for her aloof demeanor in general, which could explain some of the distance observed in her interactions. Nevertheless, there are reports and insights that leave little doubt about what Princess Anne truly thought of Meghan Markle. According to royal expert Neil Sean, Markle sought advice from Anne when she was becoming serious about her role in the royal family. At that time, Anne did provide counsel to Markle, emphasizing that being a member of the royal family was a full-time job, stressing the importance of engaging in charity work, and advising Markle that merely lending her name to causes wasn't sufficient. She needed to be actively involved. However, according to Sean, Markle did not follow through on Princess Anne's guidance, which reportedly soured Anne's opinion of the aspiring princess. Sean commented that Meghan left her meeting with Princess Anne feeling perplexed. He further suggested that Princess Anne had always believed that Meghan Markle would have a short-lived tenure within the British monarchy due to her perceived lack of commitment to royal duties and expectations. Neil Sean wasn't the only one to discuss Princess Anne's apparent disapproval of Meghan Markle. Lady Colin Campbell, a royal author and commentator, claimed that Anne had advised Prince Harry against marrying Markle. According to Campbell, Anne had raised several concerns, primarily centered on Meghan's conduct and character. Anne's alleged objections reportedly included her perception of Meghan's self-centeredness and focus on herself. These insights into Princess Anne's relationship with Meghan Markle highlight the potential sources of tension within the royal family. Anne's emphasis on duty, commitment, and active engagement in charitable work as essential aspects of royal life may have clashed with Meghan's approach or perceived priorities. Additionally, Anne's reported concerns about Meghan's character and conduct further demonstrate the significance of personal dynamics and values within the royal family, where adherence to tradition and fulfilling one's royal duties is paramount. Cherie Blair. The strained relationship between Cherie Blair and Princess Anne serves as a fascinating glimpse into the complexities and dynamics that can arise within the British royal circle and the political elite. According to Cherie Blair's memoir, "Speaking for myself, the initial encounter between these two prominent figures was marked by an awkward and contentious exchange, setting the tone for their future interactions." Their first meeting took place when Anne met Cherie Blair, the wife of then Prime Minister Tony Blair. Anne, adhering to traditional formalities, addressed her as Mrs. Blair. However, Cherie politely requested, "Please call me Cherie." This seemingly innocuous request did not sit well with Princess Anne, who responded brusquely, "I'd rather not. It's not the way I've been brought up." Cherie Blair's response to Anne's resistance was a straightforward, "What a shame," reflecting the clash of personalities and values between the two women. This exchange, as recounted by Blair's biographer Peter Scott, had a lasting impact on their relationship. Anne reportedly turned away and walked away from Cherie, leaving an uncomfortable atmosphere between them. Their strained relationship was further evident in 2002 during the Golden Jubilee celebrations of Queen Elizabeth II. When the Queen attempted to introduce Cherie Blair to Princess Anne, Anne, in a display of apparent disdain, turned her back and walked away without uttering a word. This public snub was a stark illustration of the ongoing tension between the two women. Adding fuel to the fire, Cherie Blair did not mince words when she commented on the incident, reportedly stating, "That buck has completely blanked me." Her candid remark highlighted the extent of the animosity that had developed between them over the years. Princess Anne's dislike for Cherie Blair may have been further exacerbated by Blair's open expressions of disdain and disregard for other members of the royal family. Blair's apparent lack of reverence for royal traditions and her controversial comments about various royal figures likely contributed to the strain in her relationship with the Princess Royal. One incident that attracted attention was Blair's reported humiliating moments with Princess Margaret, the Queen's sister. Princess Margaret, known for her wit and sharp tongue, was subjected to what was perceived as embarrassing interactions with Blair. These interactions may have made Princess Anne wary of Blair's intentions and diplomatic abilities. Another instance that could have contributed to the tension was Blair's declaration of her dislike for the Queen's beloved corgis. The corgis were not only cherished pets of Queen Elizabeth II, but also a significant part of her life. Expressing such negative sentiments about these cherished royal pets would have likely been seen as disrespectful and insensitive within the royal circle. Furthermore, Cherie Blair's claim of being allergic to the royal residence at Balmoral, the Queen's Scottish estate, could have been seen as an affront to royal traditions and the Queen's preferences. Balmoral holds immense sentimental value for Queen Elizabeth II, as it is where she spends her summers and where she grieves the loss of her beloved husband, Prince Philip. Blair's assertion of being allergic to the residence may have been perceived as a deliberate attempt to distance herself from royal engagements or as an excuse to avoid participating in royal activities. All these instances combined could have understandably rubbed Princess Anne the wrong way. Members of the International Olympic Committee. Princess Anne's involvement in the International Olympic Committee, IOC, is one of the many significant roles she has assumed within the realm of sports and athletics. Serving as a member of the IOC, Princess Anne finds herself in the company of various distinguished individuals, including other members of royal families, military representatives, former Olympians, and prominent figures from the world of sports. However, Anne's tenure on the IOC has not always been without its challenges. The IOC, like any international organization, has faced its share of controversies and allegations, some of which have tested the relationships among its members. One such controversy came to light in 1998 when the New York Times reported allegations of bribery involving certain committee members during the voting process to determine the host cities for the Olympic Games. Princess Anne, known for her forthrightness and dedication to her responsibilities, was among those who strongly condemned such allegations of corruption within the IOC. She made her disapproval of corrupt practices very clear in the months following the allegations. Her stance was driven by a commitment to preserving the integrity and credibility of the Olympic movement, as well as her personal values of fairness and transparency in sports governance. Anne's outspoken condemnation of corruption within the IOC was not limited to mere words. According to the BBC, she advocated for the removal of anyone involved in corrupt activities from the committee. Her strong stance on this issue was supported by the chairman of the British Olympic Association, who stated that the Princess Royal wants to put its own house in order. This demonstrated Anne's determination to address the issue head-on and work towards maintaining the IOC's reputation as a fair and ethical organization. Princess Anne's involvement with the International Olympic Committee, IOC, and her dedication to the integrity of the Olympic Games became even more apparent in 2021. shedding light on her ongoing grievances with certain IOC members who had weathered the corruption scandal. Princess Anne's association with the IOC was particularly significant as she had a personal connection to the Olympic movement. Having been a former Olympian herself, competing in equestrian events, she had a deep appreciation for the values of fair play, dedication, and sportsmanship that the Olympics symbolized. One of Princess Anne's notable contributions to the Olympic movement was her instrumental role in setting up and organizing the London 2012 Olympic Games. This event was a momentous occasion for the United Kingdom and the Olympic community, and Anne played a crucial part in its successful execution. During the organizational meetings leading up to the London 2012 Games, a revealing incident took place that highlighted Anne's candid and unfiltered nature. According to an ITV documentary reported by The Mirror, an unnamed committee member delivered a speech during one of these meetings. After hearing the speech, Princess Anne, in a moment of candor, made a comment before turning off her microphone. She reportedly said, "I think this person is probably the most stupid person in world sport." Sarah Ferguson. The complexities of royal relationships often remind the world that even within the glittering world of royalty, there are real people with genuine emotions and sometimes strained connections. One such example is the unconventional and somewhat tumultuous relationship between Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York, and her now ex-husband, Prince Andrew, Duke of York. Sarah Ferguson and Prince Andrew's marriage was marked by both highs and lows. While they initially captured the public's imagination as a seemingly happy and vivacious couple, their union eventually faced a series of controversies and challenges. Most notably, Sarah Ferguson was embroiled in a scandal involving financial improprieties and compromising photographs that damaged her reputation and royal standing. Their tumultuous relationship ultimately led to their divorce in 1996, marking the end of their official marital union. However, what stands out as particularly intriguing is the fact that despite their divorce, Sarah Ferguson and Prince Andrew have continued to maintain a close living arrangement for more than 3 decades. They have often been seen together at various family events, leading to speculation about the nature of their post-divorce relationship. Princess Anne's relationship with Sarah Ferguson has been characterized by a degree of tension, as indicated in various reports. While the specifics of their interactions may not be widely documented, it is evident that Sarah Ferguson was never a favorite sister-in-law to Princess Anne. This perception may have been influenced by the controversies surrounding Sarah's actions during her time as a member of the royal family and the subsequent strains on the royal family's image. Royal photographer Steve Wood, who spent considerable time around the British royal family, gained unique insights into the dynamics and personal relationships within the monarchy. His observations shed light on Princess Anne's sentiments towards both Sarah Ferguson and Princess Diana, revealing a common thread in her feelings towards them. According to Wood, Princess Anne was no more fond of Sarah Ferguson than she was of Princess Diana, and her reasons for disliking them were similar. Anne reportedly became extremely frustrated when both Diana and Fergie, as Sarah Ferguson was often referred to, took center stage and garnered significant attention in the media and public eye. It is worth noting that Princess Anne had a strong work ethic and was known for her tireless commitment to her royal duties, often undertaking more outreach events and engagements than even Princess Diana. However, despite her diligent efforts, Anne found herself overshadowed by both Diana and Fergie, who, at different points in time, captured the public's imagination and became prominent figures in their own right. This overshadowing seemed to have irked Princess Anne, as she felt that her hard work and dedication went unnoticed and unappreciated in comparison to the more glamorous and media-friendly personas of Diana and Fergie. Princess Anne's apparent frustration with her role being eclipsed by these two princesses was reflected in her comment overheard by others. "I work hard every day. I am never in the paper. No one ever thanks me." This statement highlights the dichotomy within the royal family, where individuals like Anne, who diligently fulfill their royal duties without seeking the spotlight, may feel overlooked compared to those who are more media-savvy or who happen to be thrust into the limelight due to various circumstances. Reporters and photographers. In 2022, Kate Middleton, the Duchess of Cambridge, and Princess Anne, the Princess Royal, made a joint visit to the headquarters of two organizations they patronize, the Royal College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists and the Royal College of Midwives. This engagement was a significant event for both royals, highlighting their dedication to supporting healthcare professionals and raising awareness about important healthcare issues. However, what stood out during this visit was not just their commitment to these causes, but also the media's approach to covering their attire. Reporters and journalists attending the event quickly noticed a stark difference in the level of attention given to the clothing choices of the two royals. In the case of Katie Middleton, the Duchess of Cambridge, who is known for her impeccable fashion sense, reporters meticulously documented every detail of her outfit. Her fashion choices often make headlines, and people around the world look to her as a style icon. Therefore, it was no surprise that reporters were keen to capture and share the details of her attire during the visit, including the designer, colors, and accessories she wore. On the other hand, when it came to Princess Anne, the media took a different approach. Reporters found themselves lacking information about her clothing choices, and the reason was rather intriguing. It was reported that nobody had the guts to actually ask Princess Anne about her outfit. This observation highlighted the Princess Royal's reputation for being straightforward, no nonsense, and sometimes even intimidating when it comes to dealing with the media. Jane Fincher, an award-winning photographer renowned for her work covering the British royal family, is one of many who have experienced Princess Anne's displeasure when it comes to dealing with the press. There is a notable incident involving Fincher, among other photographers, which is often cited as a potential source of Anne's dislike of the media. This particular incident took place at the Burghley Horse Show, a prestigious equestrian event. During the event, Princess Anne not only fell from her horse, but also found herself unceremoniously dumped into an extremely muddy lake. The accident became an unforgettable moment, not only for Anne, but also for the photographers who were there to capture the event. Jane Fincher vividly recalled the scene, where photographers were diligently taking pictures of the mishap. She described the photographers as click, click, clicking away, while witnessing Anne's tumble into the muddy lake. The photographer's reaction was not out of malice, but rather a spontaneous response to an unexpected and somewhat humorous situation. However, it was Princess Anne's reaction to the situation that left a lasting impression. She apparently did not take kindly to the photographer's reactions, which included laughter at the unfortunate incident. Fincher mentioned that if looks could kill, they would have all been dead instantly, highlighting the intensity of Anne's disapproval. One of the key factors contributing to her sometimes contentious relationship with the press was her belief that her royal title as a princess overshadowed her achievements in the equestrian world, which she held in high regard. In particular, Anne had a deep passion for equestrian sports and was an accomplished horsewoman. She dedicated a significant portion of her life to equestrian pursuits, including participating in various competitions and even representing Great Britain in the Olympic Games. Despite her remarkable achievements in this field, Anne felt that her royal title often took precedence over her accomplishments as an equestrian. The incident that led to her infamous remark, "Naff off," occurred during another fall from her horse that same year. This fall, like the previous one, was likely witnessed by photographers who were covering the event. Princess Anne, who was known for her determination and resilience, might have been particularly frustrated by these falls, given her passion for equestrian sports and her desire to be recognized for her skill rather than her royal status. The "naff off" comment made headlines and added to the perception of Princess Anne as a royal who did not hesitate to express her displeasure with the media. However, it wasn't until years later that the truth behind this remark came to light. Photographer Steve Wood revealed, via Express, that the actual comment made by Princess Anne was much more explicit and offensive, rendering it completely unprintable. Camilla Parker Bowles. The relationship between Camilla Parker Bowles and Princess Anne has indeed been marked by complexity and evolution over the years, reflecting the intricate dynamics within the British royal family. In 1992, when Princess Anne divorced her first husband, Captain Mark Phillips, rumors circulated that infidelity had played a role in their separation. One of the names associated with these rumors was Andrew Parker Bowles, who happened to be Camilla Parker Bowles' first husband. While the exact details of what transpired behind closed doors remain unclear, it is known that Andrew Parker Bowles is the godfather of Princess Anne's daughter, Zara Phillips. Despite their divorce, Anne and Andrew Parker Bowles maintained a close friendship and were frequently seen attending equestrian events together. However, this apparent kinship between Anne and Andrew did not necessarily extend to Camilla, at least not initially. Body language expert Judy James noted that in photographs, Princess Anne positioned herself in a way that seemed to push Camilla out of the closeness of the royal inner circle, indicating a possible sense of distance or standoffishness. Author Penny Junor confirmed this initial tension, explaining that Camilla was put off by Anne's prickly and standoffish demeanor towards her. The memory of whatever may have transpired between Anne and Andrew Parker Bowles likely hung in the air, contributing to the initial strain in their relationship. Over time, however, relationships within the royal family can evolve, and this appears to be the case with Princess Anne and Camilla. Following Camilla's marriage to Anne's brother, Prince Charles, it seems that the two women have resolved at least some of their disagreements and developed a more amicable rapport. Their changed behavior suggests a shift towards a more friendly dynamic. Princess Diana. The enduring popularity of Princess Diana, often referred to as the People's Princess, is a testament to her remarkable impact on the world and the special place she continues to hold in countless hearts. However, it is essential to acknowledge that not everyone within the royal family shared the same perspective on her and her role as a royal. Princess Anne, the only daughter of Queen Elizabeth II, held a markedly different view of Princess Diana. To Anne, Diana did not embody the qualities she believed a royal should possess, and she was critical of Diana's conduct in her role as a member of the royal family. This divergence of opinion came to light, albeit in a somewhat dramatized form, when Princess Anne was portrayed in the popular television series The Crown. Vanity Fair, a renowned source for royal insights, decided to investigate the authenticity of the conflicts depicted in the show between Anne and Diana. It was discovered that while The Crown did indeed depict tension between the two royal women, it may have downplayed the depth of their dislike for one another. Royal experts, who had observed the dynamics within the royal family closely, emphasized that the discord between Princess Anna and Princess Diana had roots in several key factors. Firstly, Diana's outgoing and charismatic personality contrasted significantly with Anne's more reserved and no-nonsense demeanor. Anne was known for her no-frills approach to royal duties and her strong work ethic, while Diana's warmth and ability to connect with people on a personal level made her a beloved figure worldwide. This contrast in personalities likely contributed to their differences in how they perceived their roles within the royal family. Secondly, Diana's reputation as a fashion icon and her affinity for the spotlight were aspects that Anne disapproved of. Diana's glamorous image and fashion-forward choices often drew media attention, something that Princess Anne considered unbecoming of a royal. Anne's own approach to royalty was firmly rooted in tradition and a sense of duty, which led her to prioritize work over personal image. Finally, Princess Anne was critical of Diana's use of the media to promote herself. Diana's ability to engage with the press and use it as a platform to highlight her charitable work and causes was seen by Anne as contrary to the more reserved and private nature of the royal family. Anne believed that the monarchy should maintain a more traditional and stoic approach to its responsibilities, with less emphasis on personal publicity. The strained relationship between Princess Diana and Princess Anne was evident from the beginning, with reports suggesting that Diana's attempts to form a connection with Anne were met with resistance. This initial tension didn't improve even after Diana's marriage to Prince Charles, and over the years, it became apparent that the two women had difficulty establishing a close bond within the royal family. In 2022, Newsweek brought to light an old clip that resurfaced, shedding further light on the frosty relationship between Anne and Diana. In this clip, a reporter approached Princess Anne with a question about Diana, to which Anne responded gruffly, "What about Diana?" "I don't know, you tell me." This response clearly displayed Anne's indifference, or perhaps even exasperation when it came to discussions about Princess Diana. The reporter attempted to clarify their question by mentioning that they were interested in knowing more about the baby Diana had recently given birth to. However, Anne's reply was still rather dismissive and seemingly detached from the situation. She responded with, "I didn't know she'd had one." Oh, good. This exchange underscored the disconnect between the two women, as Anne appeared disinterested or uninformed about Diana's personal life, including the birth of her child. Donald Trump and that viral shrug. Princess Anne's interactions with former President Donald Trump during a NATO reception in December 2019 generated significant attention and debate, leading to a viral video and varied interpretations of her actions. The viral video in question showed Queen Elizabeth II in a reception line, greeting several NATO leaders, including President Donald Trump. As Trump stood there, the Queen turned to Princess Anne, prompting her to respond with a shrug and the words, "It's just me." The video sparked widespread discussion and debate, with some interpreting Anne's actions as a subtle form of shade or disapproval directed toward Trump. However, it was later clarified that the interpretation of the video was not entirely accurate. According to Laura Elston of the Press Association, the Queen had actually turned to Anne to see who was approaching after Trump. Since he was the last person in line, Anne's response of, "It's just me," was meant to convey that there was no one else immediately following Trump in the reception line. In essence, Princess Anne was explaining to her mother that she was the next person in line to greet the Queen, rather than expressing any particular sentiment about Trump himself. Another incident involving Anne and Trump at the NATO reception involved Anne laughing while standing with a group of world leaders, seemingly behind Trump's back. This moment was initially interpreted by some as Anne being disrespectful or mocking, particularly given the political context of the event. However, insiders explained to Vanity Fair that this interpretation horrified Princess Anne. She had always been careful not to appear politically biased or disrespectful towards any leader, and the suggestion that she would openly laugh at someone behind their back was distressing to her. Anne's reputation for being respectful and avoiding political entanglements in her public role clashed with the notion that she would engage in such behavior. What do you think about the subjects that Princess Anne cannot stand? Leave us your comments in the section below. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.